So I drove to Colorado. I'm in a hotel in Colorado right now. First of all, the whole drive here, first of all, there wasn't any sirens all day. I don't think there's any sirens yesterday either. I don't remember. But there's no sirens all day, like in town or when I left town or when I got here or anything until like an hour ago or something. It's like midnight right now. So the whole way here though, there's a bunch of red cars and there's a bunch of red semis and there's a bunch of one headlights and there's a bunch of red semis with one headlight either behind me or coming the other way. And like I would pass a red semi and there would be another red car or another red semi even going the opposite way, or like a parade of red cars or whatever. Just like things like that kept happening. And then there's a bunch of 84 plates, there's a bunch of 90, or there's a few 93 plates, there's a bunch of 66 plates, there's some 86 plates, and all the things. There was, I'm trying to think of what other license plates I saw. There was a bunch of weird ones today. Like when I got to Denver, there was a bunch of weird ones. And I passed a UPS semi, and there was another UPS semi going the opposite way. At the same time that I was coming up to the back of the trailer of the UPS semi, or the UPS truck or whatever thing. It's like a semi truck, I think. But yeah, there's a bunch of red cars and a bunch of white cars, of course, and a bunch of the other color patterns they do all the time, and a bunch of green semis. But like mostly red cars and red semis with one light. And then I saw a bunch of school buses like when I was coming into Denver, and then like all day today since then. See a bunch of school buses, and a bunch of school buses have dim lights. Like a bunch of them have dim lights, dim headlight, and they're all synced. And then right when I got into Denver, like right when I come off of the exit and come into the city, there was a cop. And I didn't see any cops all day except one that like had somebody pulled over on the side of the highway, but he didn't do anything. He was just sitting there with his lights on. But like nothing happened when I drove by him. But other than that, I haven't seen any cops all day, like even in town this morning before I left and anywhere. Then right when I come into town, there's a cop, like right when I come off the exit, or like right at the next intersection or whatever. And then I don't think I've seen any other cops since then. And then there was a car alarm going off outside a while ago, and then they gave me an apartment with a hotel, with the adjoining door, and he's making sounds through the door scene and coughing scene. And he was watching some, like, video or something of, like, it was, like, children crying and babies crying and shit. just weird shit. But then he was watching like South Park, and then he was watching like other just like regular shows. But there was this other time where I was at the library, and this guy was like watching something on his phone. It was like a baby crying, and that was before I knew about stalking, but about gang stalking. But I guess they just do weird shit like that. I don't know. And then the microwave, it's not gonna focus. It says 15. Is that like 6 or what? Is that like a Masonic number thing? I don't know. Is it like, I don't know. But it's just that though, you know? And like, I don't know. What does 15 mean? Does that mean something? It might not be a targeted thing, but you know, they do things like that though. So like one time I was doing a delivery when I worked at this appliance store. I was doing a delivery to this people's apartment, and they had their microwave stopped at a number. I forget. I think it was like 3:22 or something. 3 minutes 22 seconds or something like that. And then I think the TV, I think I had it on like a sports channel. It was like a hockey game. And I think they're doing directed conversations with the sports announcers. Are the news guys going to do directed conversations? It's going to be like, I don't know, like this one, like this sports announcer guy, like right at a seeming moment, he was like, he's going to chase him away or something like that. Like, my name's Chase. And then I'll put it in I'm going to screen record this and put it on YouTube, and then I'll put it on the thumbnail. There's this car that pulled up parked next to me in the hotel parking lot, or I think it wasn't here when I pulled up, or it might have been here when I pulled up, but either way, it says cat something on the license plate. I forget what it says. Something about cat though. And like, even if I just happened to pull up next to it, like I don't know if he was here already or not. Like, I saw him when I came back out of the building to my car again. Or I didn't see the guy, but I saw the car though. It's parked right next to my car in the space next to it. So, but either way, like even if I pull up next to it, like it's probably not random. It's probably they're impulsing my thoughts to pull up next to it. The guy coughing is synced. It's the neighbor guy, I think. And he's talking synced before, earlier. And then there's been engine sound synced, and then this thing syncs. And you can't turn it off. It's like, it's kind of loud. It's like, it's like, and then they use tapping on the walls too. And then like I was hearing other tapping sounds like over this way. That was, like, I don't know if somebody was tapping on my door or what. I don't know what it was. It's all types of weird ass sounds. And then I went outside and there's been a bunch of jets today too. Like I'm near an airport, so obviously, but they're all synced though. And like other planes too, like propeller planes, and then I think a helicopter flew over or something, like flew over the hotel. I don't know. And then what's that turning on? The refrigerator. Was it sync? Don't sync. But yeah, there's a bunch of jets today. Like to the side of me synced, or flying right over my head, or flying out in front of me synced. And then when I went outside, there was this guy making a bunch of banging sounds, like with pallets or whatever, like throwing pallets or whatever the fuck. And then this one guy walked by and he like starts rapping, synced or whatever. He's like talking to himself or rapping or something. I think he was rapping. And then it's been a bunch of whiteys driving by all day. And then there's a bunch of dog walkers when I drove by this one park today, when I got in Denver today, or in Inglewood. And then there was this girl walking up with a Florida shirt on at the intersection, and I didn't realize it until I drove through that intersection again later, that street is Florida Street or whatever, Florida Avenue or whatever the fuck. She was walking up synced with a Florida shirt on at that intersection. And then there's like man and woman walking with blue coat and a red coat on, and then they're walking a dog. And then there was a bunch of shit and like same shit, but just like more people, because I'm in the city now, a big city. And and then I got hit with dudes a couple of times, and it was pretty intense. And but I think I have a better chance of getting a job in the city though. But it's definitely more stalkered up though. But I used to live here before, and it was stalkered up back then, but I didn't realize it yet. So I don't know. But yeah, like I started to see school buses like as I was like coming to like approaching Denver or whatever on the highway. And a bunch of them had dim lights. Like a lot of them. And just yellow school buses. And then I saw them all the way to Denver, and then like all day since then. And yeah, I'm coming into town as school's getting out or whatever. But they were all synced, every single school bus. And then there was this truck that was like, when I was on the highway, there was this truck that like kept coming up behind me, like in my blind spot or whatever. Just like sitting, just like hovering there, like behind me diagonally. And then like he drove up like he was gonna pass me, and he just like was driving next to me for a long time, and then he fell back again. And then later on, he comes up to pass me again. He passes me, but he takes him forever to pass me, though. Like, how long does it take you to pass somebody? Step on the gas, bro. Yeah, I saw all types of crazy license plates and like specialized license plates and shit. I can't remember though what they were. I'm trying to remember. But I saw this one car, I took a picture of it. It had a lion decal on the back window. And then there's some other cat things, I forget. There's some other cars with cat things or cat license plate or whatever the fuck, I don't remember.
Is there such thing as a CU buff lift? They need one.
Yeah, the stock culture is nationwide. It's the same shit over here, same patterns, the same shit. So but right now, like he's watching something in there, so there's constant TV sound in there right now, but he's not making sync sounds though. And there's no sounds out the window right now, and there's no sounds right now. But there's an engine sound right after I say that. A quiet one. So let me think what else happened today. Like I already said other shit that happened on the other video, on my live stream on YouTube today. But when I got into Denver though, it was rush hour though. I'm just sitting stuck. Bunch of stalkers around me. But yeah, when I went to this gas station today, there was this train horn. When I came out of the gas station, this train horn started syncing. It was syncing right when I walked up to my car, too. But it's this weird ass sounding train horn, though. I should have recorded it because it sounded weird as fuck. I can't remember what it sounded like, though. Then I heard the regular train horns when I got to Denver, though. I heard the train horn sound that I always hear. And then the girl at the counter that checked me in my hotel, she was kind of fine, but she had a red shirt on. But she wasn't doing sync things. Like the first few times that it came up, talk and I forget what, but like then I locked myself out of my room. I had to get another key and shit and shit. So like I walked up to the counter a few times, and she didn't seem like she was doing syncs. But then when I came back in again, like I went out to my car, I came back in again, and then she wasn't at the counter. And then but she was in the room back behind it, but I didn't see her when I walked by it. And then I walk up to the elevator, and she walks out synced, and she has her coat is like a black and white checkerboard, Masonic checkerboard, which they'll wear when they sync, or they'll just have like a plaid shirt, like a black and white plaid shirt. But she had a Masonic checkerboard shirt, or like sweatshirt or whatever. And she was walking up, and I was like, damn, she's a sync. Too bad she's a sync. So, and then I was walking up the street today, and there's a guy with the dog, and there was sync things, and jet flew over my head, sync. I think it was at an intersection, I don't remember, but it was synced as fuck. It was directly over my head. And there's a lot of jets today, like I said. Since I got here, like not on the highway. I don't remember. There's a bunch of sync birds on the highway, and birds like flying at my car and shit. When I was sitting in the Walmart parking lot yesterday, these birds came and like flew straight at my car. Synced with people slamming car doors or whatever it synced with. And there's a bunch of people on scooters synced when I got into Denver too. And there's a bunch of there's this one car in front of me. I think it had an 86 plate or something. I don't remember. But it was like, it stops to turn, and then it just takes forever to turn. It's like, go, bro. Get the fuck out of my way. Why does it take so long to turn or to pass me? It doesn't take that long to turn a car. You just turn it and drive. Step on the gas. You're just sitting there. Driver's ed looking ass. He needs to drive the driver's ed car synced that I always see synced. Every time I see a driver's ed car, it's synced. It's just kind of funny. It's like literally every time. Not an exaggeration. But I didn't see any driver's ed cars today though. I did see a lot of FedExes though, and I drove on this overpass, and there was a mail van driving out under me on the street under me. There's a bunch of retarded shit the whole way here. But there was a couple of roads though, when I turned onto another highway, there's no cars, it's just me out there for a while. But then I get to other places and there's more cars and it's a bunch of sinks constantly. Cars passing me synced with other cars driving the opposite way and whatever. And cars slamming on the brakes in front of me synced. And changing lanes synced and doing syncs. And there's this guy with the army truck with army stickers all over his truck, and he was giving me a death stare when I passed him. And he was synced is the point. That's the point of all my videos, is that it's synced. If you haven't figured that out yet, it's always synced. But yeah, there was this car alarm going off a while ago that was going off for a long ass time, 5 minutes straight or something. And then it turned off synced, and it probably turned on synced, but I don't know when it turned on. And then let me think, what else? I went to a store and there was a guy with a Wu-Tang shirt. That's the exact same Wu-Tang shirt that I have. And it might have been a thing, I don't know. Because they'll do that. Or they've done it before at least. Not always, but... I don't know. There's a couple of cars with dogs, I think. There's a bunch of one-tail lighters. There's a bunch of sinks. There was this car, I was sitting in a traffic jam, and there's this car sitting next to me. The other car in front of him is way ahead of him, and he's just sitting next to me. And it's this beat-up car, the front of the car is fucked up. And then it drove off, and then it drove forward sync. with like another car behind it or something. I forget. Like they'll just have like a car with like a bashed out headlight or whatever. Or they'll just have like a wrecked car on a trailer, like a truck pulling a trailer with a wrecked car on it and shit. All the time they'll do that. And then it might be a blue truck pulling a red car or vice versa or whatever. Or a black and silver car. How much adrenochrome does he drink every day? Or is he a robot? What is he? Have you ever seen the video where Al Roker just like freezes? Just look up, just type in Al Roker MK Ultra. It'll probably come as like MK Ultra glitch or whatever. It's like he's a robot, like he turned off and they had to reboot him. I think I heard Syncmobiles driving outside making cinematic sync sounds. And I don't know. It's kind of crazy in the city though, because there's like so many cars that it's like hard to keep up with who's all stalking me. So I don't know. And the guy will walk a dog by me at a synced place, and I'm like, yep. And the jet's flying over my head at the same time or whatever. It's definitely more stocked up over here than it is in Norfolk. And then I was talking shit to Skynet because they were doing a bunch of crazy license plates, like I said, and I was like, what else do you got? Do you got a 007? Or what else? Do you got a 93? What do you got? I'll see 007 plates sometimes. And then this truck drove by me like a few minutes later, and it said 007 on the plate. I think it did. It drove by really fast. I'm pretty sure it said that. And if it did, that's crazy because it was like when I was in that traffic jam, kind of like the traffic was moving a little bit more at that moment, but it was like, I don't know. Am I in a video game? I'm pretty sure it was a 007 sync. I'm pretty sure it said 007, but I don't know if it did for sure. But I saw a bunch of, like, there's that one that I posted today where the numbers add up to numbers. So it was like 8, 9, 10 or whatever. And then there's the other plate that I posted that said CIA, but it's C1A. Or C14, I mean. It's CIA. And like I saw a bunch of plates like kind of like those plates today, all day. And saw a bunch of green shirters. And I saw like there was this guy walking in the distance to the right of me when I was like driving. And his truck honked at the same time. I think it was a scene. Yeah, I was sitting outside in the hotel parking lot by my car, and there's all these cars like in the parking lot across the street from me doing sinks, and like people walking by in the parking lot sinks. And mostly white cars, like a bunch of white cars, like since I got here, at least. It was mostly red cars on the way here. It's like Skynet switches up the game settings, like changes, like generates more white cars, like turns up the white cars, and then turns up the green car. Oh, I pulled up to this intersection today. There's these tan cars, like 2 tan cars syncing with each other. They drive through, and then like another tan car syncs with those, I think. And it's like 7 tan cars like syncing with each other or whatever. It's like a bunch of tan cars. Like going opposite directions in front of me as I was like sitting at the stoplight. It's magically a bunch of tan cars. It's magical as fuck. Because I'm just schizophrenic, apparently. So, like, I'm schizophrenic. It's schizophrenic hallucination. So, it's just magical, I guess. It's like magical schizophrenia. I hear cars outside or something. Or a jet, maybe. I think it's a sync sound, though. I think it's a jet. I don't know. What's this sound outside? Hold on. There's a siren going off. I think it just started. was hearing another sound though. What's that sound? Is that a sink sound? The siren drove off somewhere. I think he was thinking on me though. But yeah, it's been a lot of sounds in here in this room. Last night I was staying outside of a hotel, like in a parking lot in Nebraska, but it was quiet last night, like completely quiet most of the night. Like there was a couple of dogs barking, and then there was like a car alarm for a second, went off for a second and then turned off again. And then there was a truck that pulled up and they got out synced and whatever, and then I walked by him and he had a dog like off the leash and it ran up to me synced and shit, and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that. Come back here." And they always do that, and then there was a bird chirping scene for a minute. But other than that though, like there was nothing happening. Like, there was no sounds or anything. It was completely quiet. There was nobody coming in the parking lot or whatever. Like I was parked behind the hotel. And then I woke up a few times in the night and went back to sleep, and I'm pretty sure there was no sounds when I did. Like, I don't remember anything happening the whole night. I don't think anything did. So it was like really quiet and chill back there the whole night. And then there's like these dudes doing construction in front of me. Like there's a construction site in front of me. And they started doing construction synced in the morning after I woke up. And but then when I got here though, like I felt like maybe it would be a little quiet in here maybe. I mean, I knew they'd be making sounds outside, but like they got that joining door and shit. Probably strategically. I don't know. Everything is a strategical setup, so probably. I'm hearing all types of weird sounds outside. I don't know what I'm hearing even, but I don't know. I don't know if they're stalking me or not, but maybe. But I saw, there's this guy like jogging up the sidewalk. It looked like he had like a business suit on, I don't know. It looked like it anyway, or like a business like jacket anyway. But like he was jogging up the sidewalk. But then I looked in my mirror after he jogged by me, and he was walking up the sidewalk. So it was like he just jogged when he came around the corner in front of me, and then he jogged by me, and then he was walking when I looked back in my mirror behind me. Like I'm just sitting in the parking lot. And so you just jog, like you're just a fake jogger, I guess. Just a crisis actor. Like people would go out to the park just because I'm there. Like they probably don't even go to the park ever, maybe. I don't know. Some of them maybe do, but it's like I'm like making people exercise. Like I'm like a positive influence out here, I guess. Making people exercise, jog up the block real quick. And walk their dogs. Like maybe they don't ever walk their dogs unless I'm outside. So because of me, their dogs get exercise. Their dog's not fat as fuck. There's nobody in the parking lot sinking, but I bet if I stare long enough, there's gonna be somebody. And then there's like people talking out in the hallway synced. And then there's these people that like, I was sitting in my car in the parking lot, and then these people pulled up synced in the parking lot. And then they were getting in the elevator at the same time as me, and then they're in the room, not directly across from me, but like the room next to that room. And they're like going in their room synced when I open the door and shit. And sync things. And there's a sync fly in my car. Sync fly in my car. Yesterday he kept flying up and hitting me in the nose a bunch of times, like over and over. Just like flies up and like lands on my nose and flies away. Just like punches me in the nose. It's like zzz, and my nose started bleeding and shit, and I was like, oh fuck. But not like the sync fly. He was like hiding in the back seat or whatever until like 3 hours into the car ride today or whatever, and then he comes out and flies up and my face synced a bunch of times. This guy's coughing right after I'm coughing in the room next to me. Did you hear? They're synced. A bunch of other weird shit that happened where it's like I'm syncing on myself unintentionally, like I'm like a sync bot unintentionally. But all the other people, they're intentional Lee and the Lee brothers. and Simon Eltanius and Abraham Sinkin. And this fridge is turning on sync again. And I think I saw a drone outside when I went outside a minute ago. It might be a star though, I don't know. Sometimes they look like a star, but it looked pretty bright though. It looks like it's probably a drone. But it was hovering there though, like a star. So, I don't know. But back in Norfolk, though, I think I was probably the only targeted individual there, maybe. Like, now it's just quiet there. There's no sirens going off or train horns. Or no, the train horns probably still going off because trains rolling through, but... There's probably way less sirens going off, and I don't know. But it seems like I'm the most popular person stalked there, though, because every time I would hear a siren, it would be synced. Like, every time. Like, every single time. Like, even if it's in the distance. Or, like, any sound. Or a tornado siren. So, I don't know, is there no sync things happening over there now? I don't know. But over here, there's probably other targets somewhere. This is a big city, there's like 1 billion people here. So, if you're a target in Colorado, hit me up. But not a fake target though, a real one. If you got videos of people doing syncs, hit me up. If you don't, I don't trust you. Like, if you just got a bunch of videos of your face and you're just talking in the camera like this, like I am right now, and then you maybe got one video of a car sitting in a parking lot, and you're like, this guy's a gang stalker. And it's just a car sitting in a parking lot. And that's all the videos that you have, and you don't have videos of people doing syncs. Like, I have 3,000 videos of people doing syncs. Non-stop, the entire video. Like, if you don't have a few videos of that at least, then I don't know. There's a lot of fake targets out there. You might be real though, I don't know. Doesn't mean you're fake, but maybe you just don't record it for some reason. For me, I think it's weird, so I record it because it's weird, but I'm trying to record less these days, but still though, it's weird. And it's But yeah, the TV, it seems like sports announcers and shit on the TVs, and like whatever, whoever will be doing sync director conversations, and then like I'll be syncing with the TV or whatever. Somehow. Like it'll be saying the thing that I'm doing on the TV or whatever. So that's the Walking Up Sync things. I think that's all I gotta say right now. I don't know who's in here watching. Do you sync? And if so, why? And where did you sign up? And why? I think I hear cars driving by outside sync. Pretty sure it's sync. But yeah, like every time I would hear a siren though back in Nebraska, it would be synced. So I don't know if there's any other targets over there, but if there is, maybe they're targeted less on a lower level or something. Or they're way on the other side of town or something. Because every time I hear a siren or a train horn or whatever, no matter how far away, distant it is, like barely audible, or what else? What other sounds? I don't know. It's like I'm the most popular person to stalk over there or whatever. But over here, it's extremely stalkered up, and like even more because there's more people in a way. It's even more stalkered up in a way. So I don't know. Hit the Cash App and PayPal. Hit the GoFundMe if you don't want to hit the Cash App and PayPal. Hit the share button so I can get hotels and gas and food and things. And yeah. I hear cars driving by outside. You thinking? It's crazy, like I don't see anybody out here right now. Nobody on the street. Oh, here's a car on the street. Just drove by regular though. I don't know if you seen. So that's another thing about a big city is maybe there's a higher chance that there's more targets out here or just more regular people out here. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of stalkers out here though, I know that. And then there's cars like changing lanes in front of me, cutting me off and shit. Like a white SUV cut me off. I think he had an 86 plate. I don't remember. I saw 187 plates and 87 plate. Like I'll just see 87. I guess it's for 187. I'll just see 87 all the time. I'll see 86 all the time. And I'll see 84 all the time. And I'll see 29 all the time. Like there's a bunch of 29 plates on the highway today. It'd be like 29 and 84 on the same plate. Or whatever. And I think I saw a sink horse maybe, but I don't know if it was sinking, but it might have been. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I've definitely seen sink cows and sink goats. And a bunch of other sink animals. And I've heard sink cows mooing a bunch, like cows mooing synced a bunch of times. And like a cow walked up to a trough and drunk out of it sink next to me when I drove by it one day. And shit. And so I think I saw a sink horse today. I'm not sure about that, but pretty sure it's sink. It probably was. But like the stalkers on the highway though, like way out in the middle of nowhere, like what are they doing? Like are they out there in general? Or are they just like, are they driving out in the middle of nowhere to stalk me? I'm sure some of them are just out on the highway in general, like they're heading somewhere or whatever. Just stalk me on the way there or whatever. But there's just like a bunch of white SUVs and shit, like with like specialized plates and whatever. They're just out there just to stalk me or what? They just go on stalker vacations? The CIA paid for their gas? What? Where do I sign up? Humantraffickers.com. So this video that I did the other day on YouTube, it ends when I get to the park, like when I pull into the park off the street, or like right after that. It ends like right as this one headlight car is approaching me and driving by me synced. Like right before he drives by me, the video ends. But I actually recorded 20 more minutes after that. And then this bike rode by me and he had Cheetos pants on. It was probably a Cheetos. It's probably a cat thing because the Cheetos mascot is a cat. I see the Cheetos truck synced like every day. He rode by me on a bike with Cheetos pants with his girlfriend or whatever, and then he had a dog on a leash. And they rode up ahead of me on the path, and then he rings the bell on the bike, and then right at that moment, the video ends. Like, it kicks me out of YouTube Live. Like, the video ends. But that part's not on the video, though. Like, the last 20 minutes of the video is not on the video. The end part of the video.
Another one synced at a street. How many streets have there been cars synced at it? It's been like 1 billion streets.
Yeah, this one headlight car was about to drive by me right there. So that's the Walk and Sync podcast. I keep hearing cars driving by synced out the window. It's like quiet engine sounds. Fuck was that? And a FedEx drove by me when I walked through an intersection today. And the refrigerator's probably turning on synced again. And I don't know. Think things. Just imagine you're driving for 8 hours and you just see red semis with one light, with one headlight. Not all of them had one headlight, obviously, but it was a lot of red semis, though. Like, even without one headlight. And a lot of red cars in general. And, like, a bunch of red cars in a row. Like a red semi with a bunch of red cars behind it. And there's just a red car that passed a red car, like I said, or like a black car that passed a silver car going the opposite way. Or I don't know. And then the other thing they always do on highways is they'll come up over the hill synced, like, and just on the other streets where there's a hill, they'll come up over the hill synced with their headlights or whatever. So, like, as another car is driving by me, there's another car coming up over the hill ahead of me. And then it'll drive by me, and there'll be another car coming up over the hill ahead of me. And then there's cars meeting me, like, the whole way here. There's cars meeting me at curves in the road, at roads that I'm driving, roads that intersect with the highway, at lines on the street, like the no passing zone line, the straight line on the street, that, like, the end of the line, they'll sink at it. Like, at the edge of it, they'll sink at it. Like, there'll be a car driving by me right there. And at bridges and at when I drive under overpasses, or cars driving under me when I drive over on overpasses, or sink things. But yeah, when I was driving through Inglewood today, there's a bunch of people walking on sidewalks, like a bunch of dog walkers, like I said, like at the one park at least. A bunch of other dog walkers too, and a bunch of people just walking up scene. And a bunch of people on scooters synced. A bunch of people with green shirts on scooters synced. A bunch of people with green shirts everywhere. Bunch of retarded shit. Bunch of retarded MK Ultra shit. And there's cars trying to crash into me, of course. a bunch of retarded shit. So that's the Walking Obscene podcast. Click the share button and don't think.